Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a little late.
Sorry,
guys.
We really need to plan a little better. I think that we need to have like notes or something, but we always have too many things to talk to you about. We feel like we have to pare it down just a little bit, but we're excited. We have a couple of new notions we want to share. We have a new line that just came in, no one has seen yet, that we want to show you. And then Brianna has been really busy putting extra stuff online. For those of you that have been in the store, you know that it's 5,000 square feet of over 7,000 bolts of fabric. So it's not all online, but Brianna's working hard getting it online because I know we have people that are from all over. Has anybody said hello yet?
Now that I've seen.
Come on, you guys. Tell us where you're from.
And we're on Mom's phone today, so I will see when something happens. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Joey.
good morning, Joey. Finally. Good morning. Good. So we want to show you a couple things. So you guys know that our favorite rotary cutter is, of course, the Quilt Select. It is expensive. It's a $50 rotary cutter. But the reason that it is because it's a true right or left. You know, there isn't anything different. If you're left-handed, you can use it, but it's super heavy. And so just like I like a heavy iron because the weight does all of the work, it's the same thing with the rotary cutter. So it does all of the work. It also is all metal, and so it doesn't end up wearing out. We've talked about that a lot. But anyway, we love these. They now have,
Brand new.
60 millimeter. So super nice. It's $10 more. The reason for a 60 millimeter is, of course, you can go through more layers. It just has more cutting depth, right? So when you're cutting and you're able to cut through that much, if you've got a 60 millimeter, you're able to cut through more. So, and your blades, I mean, they're expensive. It's a new blade, so these are what, 13 or something. So anyway, do you have these online yet?
They will be. It'll just take a few minutes. But,
Super nice.
I was late because I was
Father's
trying to help
Day
you guys
is
out.
coming. Not that that means anything, but it's a gift-giving option, so you can get something for yourself.
Yeah. I deserve a Father's Day gift and a Mother's Day gift and a I love you gift.
Yeah.
Most days.
Yeah. There's morning. Lisa said good morning, right?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yeah, she says she loves her rotary cutter. We have someone from Texas watching. That's a hello.
Texas.
Hello.
We love when our southern friends call us.
Oh, we got a Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
She's probably on her lunch break by now.
Yes. Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, great. So a couple other things. Hugo tape. This was one of our Mother's Day specials. So some of you guys already have this, but somebody came in yesterday and had never even heard of it. So I thought maybe we should just mention this. This stuff, it comes 2-inch, 1-inch, and 1/2 inch. It sticks only to itself. So it's fantastic. So what we use it for, what she wanted is she had her hoop and she wanted to make sure things weren't slipping. So all you have to do is you just cut off some pieces of that, wrap it on the inside of your hoop, and everything sticks. It just sticks to itself, and it just adds a little bit of, it's just a rubber, you know. So the other thing that it's used for is it's used to put around your threads so that, and again, it doesn't stick to your threads, it just sticks to itself. So if you have spools that are a little unwielding, like, or unkempt, like the Sue Spargo, Eleganza, those get everywhere, so you just wrap on that. The other thing is if you don't have a Quilter Select non-slip ruler, you can put that on the back of your ruler and it makes it a little bit more grippy. So anyway, that's what the Hugo's tape is. You'll find it on the website. I think at the moment we only have the 2-inch on the website, but Brianna will add the 1-inch and the 1/2 inch. And then here, Brianna, tell them about this book.
So this is Donna Robertson. She does a bunch of 3 yards to make a quilt. So 3 1-yard cuts, and you have this, I think it's like 50 by 60, 45 by 50 quilt. So she's got, I think we have 4 or 5 books on our website, and she has, this one has 8 projects in it. Most of them have 8, but they're all quilt tops. So 3 1-yard cuts can make really pretty quilts any way you want them. Again, if you did 3 2-yard cuts, you could double your size to easily make a full-size quilt if you wanted to. So there are, I think there's 5 different 3-yard quilt versions in that book section of our website. So it's really cool. If you're kind of looking for a new project but still want to be working from your stash, this is a quick, easy way to use up some stash in a really fast way. You can usually whip it up in about 2 days. One day to cut and plan, and then the next day to sew it all together, and you could easily have a quilt. And her 3 1-yard cuts do the quilts, the border, and the binding. Yeah. Which is crazy. Yeah. She does, however, use like 1 3/4 inch binding or something. It's a little weird. It's a little tight. So if you do want to do your regular 2.5 inch binding, maybe get a 1/4 yard extra if you're shopping, so you have that little bit extra to do your 2.5 inch strips for binding, or make sure you just have a little bit extra in your stash to use. But so it's pretty cool. And, you know, stash friendly. Or if there's some beautiful new fabric you see,
just get 3 1-yard cuts.
Yeah.
That's what's really nice about it. And the other thing, too, I don't know if Brianna mentioned, they're simple. They're easy, fast projects. But that's what's nice about it is sometimes you want to make a quilt, but you need 5/8 of one thing, 1.25 yards of another, 1 3/4 of something else. That's what's nice about this. Just grab 3 1-yard cuts or 3 2-yard cuts, and you can make your decisions afterwards. So it makes it really nice. So it is a good book. And then this is another new one.
This is a brand new one from Doug.
Can they hear us? Are you?
I think so. They haven't heard me. Otherwise, thanks.
We ordered a new microphone for our iPhone. We do that camera. We still haven't figured it out because the techie girl hasn't looked at it yet. Yeah. But Barbara sent me this little link for a microphone that attaches to your iPhone. It is arriving on Friday. So
next week.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys will be able to hear us better, which will be really cool. So. Okay,
So this is a new book from Doug Lecko. He's the little boy of mode. Well, he's not little anymore.
He's like in his 20s.
But I think he's my age, a little bit younger than me. But he does for, what is her name?
Holly Taylor.
Yes, all of Holly Taylor's kind of the fall stuff. Every book, every pattern is done from him. So they have a great little relationship. But he came out with this new book, Spiral Bound, which I think is fabulous. Tabletastics. So everything in here is table toppers.
Table runners.
Table runners. Let me see if I can flip this. Oh, hey.
Ooh, I think when you read back, it goes backwards. I think it's just the way that it is. So we know that this is all backwards. So you have to come in and see it or order it.
This sneak peek.
Sneak peek. We're going to look at that fabric. So yeah, so it's really cool. It's beautiful. And he's featured all of the current mode of fabrics.
Yeah.
Brand new fabrics. Cool. So yeah, it's really cool. So
yeah, there's a bunch of projects in here. It's a really good book. I think it's $26. It will be on the website.
There's 200 no, I don't know.
There's
a lot of patterns in it.
So. 20 patterns for table runners and toppers. Each project in 2 colorways. Great for pre-cuts and scraps.
It's fantastic.
He's a thinker.
Yeah.
So a brand new book.
Yeah.
All
right. Okay, so let's see. We're going to come over and show.
Oh, hello from Kenya. Oh,
Kenya.
I like it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You're my new favorite friend.
I know. How do you say that? Oh, Natalia.
Natalia.
Oh, that's not so hard.
No.
I don't have my glasses.
Hello.
I have my glasses.
Yeah.
Hello. That's very cool. All right, so we're going to come over here. How do we pick this up?
Yeah. Then
and do we flip it? Twirl it.
Oh, yeah, we can just twist it. Alrighty.
So this is our newest fabric line, and this is, of course, from Three Sisters. Brianna's going to pan across it slowly, and it's called, I think it's called what? Marche de Noel, maybe, something like that.
It's spelled Marches de Noel if you want to be, really American and butcher it.
Marches de Noel. So if you guys watched, let's go back this way again for a second. If you guys watched the Moda how we select fabric thing that we did, that's still available. You can still see that. We did that last Wednesday, I think. But this is the locale. So we ordered 20. And then what happened was when we ordered our 20, we realized that there was one fabric that we really wanted that wasn't in it. And it's this green one right over here. And so we just really I'm going to lift this up so you can see it better. Isn't that beautiful? And so there's 15 yards of this one. And so we actually have 21 pieces in this collection and 10-yard bolts except for that one. The other thing we have, of course, we'll come over this way, is we of course have we have the charm packs. And that's why too, you might see a piece in there that you really like. This one we don't have in the store because this wasn't in the locale. Oh, we have that one in the locale collection. So it's a really pretty line, very traditional Three Sisters. So we have the 5-inch squares, the 10-inch squares, the jelly rolls. Brianna does have all of this online.
All Hallows Eve.
This is the book. We did open it up to show you. This is that collection. And see what he did is he put on point that. So that's the Royal Albert block, and so that's why he called it the Royal Albert. So the other thing we wanted to show you is that back in 2015, we were a top 10 shop. We were super excited about it. That was really cool. And so we were featured in the Quilt Sampler magazine. At the time, they have you order like 1,000 of the magazines because they own the rights to the pattern that we had to submit, which was fine. So if we ever wanted to sell kits, we have to sell you the magazine. So it is true that the magazine is a couple years old, but all of the patterns are still all of the patterns. So now we have it on sale, but what's really nice is it's essentially, it's like all things old are new again. So it's really, really similar. So we're going to go ahead and do a couple kits. We can't do a lot of kits out of it because, again, there's only 10 yards. But we're going to do some kits. And this is the quilt. Looks like this. So it's, of course, a square and a square. And then there's presents at the bottom. And the presents are fusible. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some kits together. The magazine will be free, will be the way that it'll be priced. We'll have some of these. And then we also thought we would do some versions that are a little bit more traditional that might feature the Hoffman poinsettias. And then also, we love her anyway. And so we have some of Splendor left. So we thought we would do some that are a little bit more modern. So look for those. We'll get those together. And we'll have those online.
What is the quilt called? What is our pattern called? Because that's probably what the name will be on the... We're on page 80. That's engraved into my head.
Page 80. This was the one day that our shop was clean. It was when the photographers were here. It's called Little Evergreen.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's us. So, it was kind of funny when they came, you know, we weren't supposed to tell anybody, it was supposed to be a secret. And I said, well, people are going to know because the shop is never this tidy. And you guys are going to be in here taking pictures. So people did come in and nobody guessed that we were a top 10 shop. Everybody said, are you for sale? Are you selling the shop? It's like, no, why would you think that? So anyway, not a single customer guessed. But anyway, but that was fun. So we're going to go down and show you some other things, but first we have some show and tell. So those of you guys that know CK or Carolyn Harris, one of our employees, she is still home on unemployment, cleaning her sewing room and sewing. And so she brought in some things and we thought that it would be fun for show and tell because they're all things that we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks. So you'll be impressed at how much she's getting done. So the first one, she is doing this row sampler along with us, and so I think that class 1 was the migrating geese. So she did this one, and she did it with her fish. So it's like fish, and then she put a bunch of fish panels in it.
Oh, so cool.
Kind of cool, right? Right? So I'll fold these nicely before I give them back. And then she liked it so well, she did another one, and this was a digital floral pattern, so she did this as a panel, because in that class, was that the one? No, I think a couple weeks later, we did a panel thing, so she did this.
So pretty. And unfortunately, I think this is a big old tease.
Oh, she bought all of the fabric that was left?
I think it's all stash. I don't think I have any of this. This is all Hoffman challenge floral.
Challenge fabric. Mm-hmm. We still have this challenge fabric in the black and white and gray, right?
Oh yeah, I think we don't have it in color.
Something more subtle, but Also, there's so many large floral prints. You could make something very similar to that.
Yeah.
This was the glow-in-the-dark stuff. Pretty much all gone. There's little bits of it. It's not online anymore, I don't think.
I think some of it is.
You think so?
I have a glow fabric section, so
Okay.
check that out.
Every one of these glow-in-the-dark. And this was, I think, from month 6, this row. And so, again, same thing.
Oh,
She did
so
this. I
cool.
know, isn't that great? Fantastic. And then she did it again. She loves the glow-in-the-dark fabric. This stuff is all still available, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing. This block was, I'm sure it was block 6. It's the ribbon row, 3rd one down on that quilt.
Oh, so cool.
All glows in the dark. And then, and gosh, probably a month ago, we talked about this line. I don't know that there's a lot of dog fabric at the moment. We did order some.
And there's a cat and dog section on our website, and I think there's some of this panel still left.
And I think that there's 2 of these kits still available. Right?
Oh, that's very
I
possible.
think there is 2 of these exact kits still available.
Oh my goodness.
And this is that Stars and Stripes.
Oh. Have you kissed your dog today?
He kisses me more than I kiss.
I know. Lizzie's all about to tell
I
you.
know. Okay. All right. So show and tell. So that's a lot. Carolyn, she sews a lot. So anyway, so she brought those in for show and tell so we could see. So we're gonna walk down. We're gonna walk down to Batik.
We want to be able to have a birthday party. It might just be us and the dog.
So these are. Is that dark? Is it too dark? Can you
No,
guys
we
see
can
it?
see it. No, it's pretty.
So these are, some of these are brand new. They still have the plastic on them. So these are brand new batiks that are all, oh, it says to rotate your phone. It's not liking
sorry,
that. There
guys.
we go. And so these are all online. People were asking, why can't we find batiks on the website? So Brianna spent an entire day making sure that you have lots and lots of colors that are online. Some other brand new ones. Oh,
And these are very navy. Like this one's a hunter green one, but then we're getting to very navy. It gets kind of dark. Oh, black and white.
Yeah, that one's super cool. Little bees.
Oh, bumblebees.
Some good stuff.
Some good background ones. So yeah, so there's quite a bit. I mean, granted, we have a whole lot more to go through, but
Yeah. And there are still fat quarter bundles in greens, in pinks, and these are the ones, there's like February, this one is March, there's Christmas, so there's a bunch of those, December. So I think that's all that's new. The newest things.
yeah.
We have a couple other videos that we're doing this week. We're going to show you what to do with a book panel. And we'll mention it on Facebook, but we're going to put it on YouTube. And I think that that's just the nicest way just to take some classes and see some new things and some quick ideas and maybe some ideas that are not so quick. We're also doing today a stack and swap block. So, and a row and a quilt. So we'll show you that. That'll be on YouTube also. We're trying to do 2 to 3 YouTube videos a week. Just to kind of keep things out there until we can open and have people in again. And just a little tidbit. So today is June 17th. So again, if you're watching this later in your YouTube feed or watching this later on or on Facebook feed or later on YouTube, things change a little bit in terms of availability of fabric, obviously. But the other thing is we don't look to be going to stage 3, phase 3 for opening anytime soon. We cannot get our act together in Grant County, and too many people are not wearing masks. So anyway, I don't know. We'll keep things as they are for now, which is we're only open about 4 hours a day, 4 days a week. We have added some Saturdays. We suggest that you make an appointment for a reservation, because otherwise you might end up waiting outside, because we're limited by how many people can come in. You do have to wear your mask. We'll have a gloves for you. But once you're in, you can stay in as long as you want. And we're all good. And of course we have curbside pickup, and of course as much stuff online as Brianna can keep getting on. So, all right. I think that's it. Any questions? Anything? Anybody?
No.
Everybody was good. I can't.
They're drooling. They want to touch everything.
I know.
Yes, it's awful.
Yeah. Buy it. We'll send it to you, and you can drool on it.
Oh yes. There you go.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Have a good week. Good weekend. Good Father's
Bye
Day.
bye.
See ya.